Inpatient medical rehabilitation is either a freestanding facility or a unit within a hospital that provides patients with care at an acute care level, so they are still ill, they're still sick, they still need a doctor to see them multiple times a week and nursing to see them every day. But we incorporate 3 hours of intensive therapy into that time in order to help them recover from either a major injury or something like a stroke, to give them the ability to go back home.
This is where they can come to get the proper therapies, whether it's occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, as well as a whole medical team to be kind of watching over them and facilitating their return home.
Well, everybody likes to come home, and that's one of the things that the patients, I believe, are the most thankful for.
We do caregiver training. We teach people how to be in their home. We teach the family how to support people in their home. We also know our community. Our social worker lives here, I live here, our team lives here, and so we know the resources of Emporia, Kansas, and that really helps with the transition for people going home.
So if a patient's going to be going home and they're not going to be returning to maybe the same level of mobility or whatever that they were doing before, then we can train those caregivers on how to give their loved one the best care at home and keep them the safest, and not only the patient, keeping the patient safe, but their loved one safe as well.
We've had a lot of patients' families be able to come in and help with cares. Physical therapy will work with them, occupational therapy has worked with them, just helping them get in and out of bed, doing showers, the toileting aspect, even sometimes helping them get dressed. So having that availability to come in and work with the therapist before they get home, I think is invaluable to the families.
Physical therapy is kind of addressing that mobility piece, making sure that they can move around and transfer. Occupational therapy is really working on that functional piece of making sure that they can get back to doing those important activities of daily living. And then speech therapy is not only working on that speech and swallowing, but also that cognitive piece. After people have been in through something traumatic, it often can affect their cognition. So speech therapy can really help add that extra piece of that overall cognition involved in all those other things like mobility and daily activities.
My goal is always, what I tell people is, I want you to go home and I want you to stay home. And so in order to do that, we have to look outside just that patient and that immediate team that's right there.
I don't know how many times I've had patients tell me, it's so nice to be home. So even though they're not actually home, they feel that home because they're in their community.